Science Year 4, Unit 1, Scientific Skills. Science process skills of using space-time relationship, interpreting data, and defining operationally. Okay class, for today's lesson, using space-time relationship. So, using space-time relationship is a skill that describes changes of situation or phenomena based on the changes in parameters over time. For example, parameters are location, direction, shape, size, volume, and weight. So if you see the pictures here, this is popsicle. What happened to the popsicle if you put under the sun? Okay, after 10 minutes. Okay, you see, this is after 10 minutes. And after 20 minutes, what happened? Can you differentiate after 10 minutes and 20 minutes to the popsicle? The popsicle has changed its shape and become smaller in size. So, the changes in the shape and the size is called parameters. So class, what is the relationship between the shape and the size of the popsicle and the time taken based on the investigation above? So from here, we can say that as time increases, the shape of the popsicle becomes irregular and the size becomes smaller. Therefore, the relationship between space and time in the situation above is, as time increases, the shape of the popsicle becomes irregular and it decreases in size. Okay, now class, we go to interpreting data. Okay, it is actually a skill to give rational description about objects, events, or patterns from collected data. Okay, this is called the data. We interpret them. Okay, before we interpret the data, let us understand the picture here. Okay, Faris and his friends built 3 bird feeder. Okay, this A, B, and C is called the bird feeder. The number of birds that flock to the bird feeders is recorded as shown in the table below. Okay, you can see here bird feeder A, B, and C, and the number of birds for day 1, day 2, 3, 4, and 5 are recorded here. Okay, let us go to bird feeder A. For day 1, only 4 birds going there. Day 2, 8 birds. Day 3, 7. Day 4, 9. And day 5, 5. So the total number of the birds for bird feeder A is 33. Okay, now for bird feeder B, day 1 is 2, day 2 is 4, day 3 is 5, day 4 is 5, day 5 is 4. So, the total number of birds for feeder B, birds feeder is 20. And for bird C, okay, bird feeder C, day 1 is 3, day 2 is 6, day 3 is 8, day 4 is 7, day 5 is 2. So, the number of birds for bird feeder C is 26. So this is how we are going to interpret the data. Okay. Okay, let us see the dialogue here. Okay, for this boy said, most birds flock to bird feeder A. And this boy said, bird feeder B was the least visited by the birds. And this girl says, the number of birds at the bird feeders were recorded for 5 days. So, the explanation given by Faris and his friends are examples of interpretation of data. Okay class, this is another examples of data interpretation. Okay, this is the pie chart. So, the ways pupils come to school is in this pie chart. Okay, for the blue one, okay, this is the way by walking. And this one, the green one is by bus, the red one is by bicycles, and purple one is by car. So the data interpretation is the number of pupils riding a bicycle to school is the same as those walking. So you see here, the blue by walking and the red by bicycle, they are the same number. Okay, you see. Okay class, this is another example. Okay, you see the bar chart here. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, this is the toy car. And this one, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, this is the distance traveled by the car. So if you interpret the data here, okay, toy car A travel the farthest distance. Okay, can you see here? 50 centimeter for A. And toy car E, okay, travel the shortest distance. Okay, can you see here? Toy car E, it only take 10 centimeter for the distance travel. Okay, we can also interpret data from the classification chart. Okay, animal reproduction method. So there are two animal reproduction method. The one is laying eggs and another one is giving birth. So those animals with laying eggs we put here. So crocodile, fish and chicken in one group, which are the animals that lay eggs. And elephant, cat and wolf are the animals that give births. So this is the interpretation data. Okay class, now we are going to the defining operationally. Okay, this is a skill to define a concept by stating what can be carried out and observed. Okay, if you see in this picture, Siva and Tharani was experimenting the ability of a material to absorb water. So they soaked 3 tissue papers of different thickness in these 3 beakers with 50 ml of water for 1 minute. So what can you observe after that? Okay class, so from the experiment just now, we can measure the volume of water left in the beaker. So for beaker A, you can see here, okay, the volume of water is this high. And for B, this about half here. And C is the least. Okay, you can see here. So the operational definition of the ability of the material to absorb water is the volume of water left in the beaker. Okay, this is the meaning of operational definition. Okay class, you see from this beaker C, okay, it looks like the tissue paper here absorb the most water. That's why the water left here is the least. So the operational definition of the ability of a material to absorb the most water is the least volume of water left in the beaker.